Yellow, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Been gone for a couple days. I haven't felt like 100%. I think it has something to do with me quitting Zen, which obviously while I was sick, like all the withdrawal symptoms kind of just blended in to, I'm pretty sure I got COVID or something, like some sort of super COVID, because that was wild. But yeah, while I had that, all the symptoms just blended in. So I really didn't feel, I mean, I felt terrible because I was sick, but like it just, like I said, blended in. Now it's just like, I don't know how to explain it. Like I don't feel terrible, and I'm not fiending for nicotine. It's just like I can tell like my dopamine levels are low, like my motivation's just not there. I'm having like really bad sleep issues trying to get to bed. Like last night, like yesterday, I got 4 hours of sleep and I was dead tired all day long. But I was trying to stay awake so that way I could go to bed at a normal time when sleep time came around. But that's not what happened. Like sleep time came around and I couldn't sleep again. And yeah, so like I'm really not doing too hot on the sleep side of things. So that's why I'm almost a little bit late for the scheduled stream today. But it continues on. So just crack-a-lacking straight into it. Before we start, if you have not signed up for LBank to participate in today's giveaway, it's just in the description. You don't have to deposit. You can just sign up and you'll be good to go. Let me know in chat. I mean, I'll do one more check before we start the spin wheel. But I have everybody added so far that's there. But we'll be doing 3 giveaways today. Maybe two, and then we'll do another one tomorrow. Just to kind of spread it out a little bit. Give something to look forward to. But you have a chance to win $50. Not a whole lot, but it's consistent every week. You can have that chance to win. But yeah, market pumped up a little bit. I know a lot of people are probably kind of annoyed and scared. Once again, like if you're looking at it from the perspective of you're sitting in a short trade from all the way up here, all right, you kind of have to just let these things roll off. All right. My thought process is, if we do happen to come back above 1739, I might potentially try to go ahead and see if we can catch a long hedge there. All right. The reason being that I don't want to do it on Bitcoin. Bitcoin's kind of shown that it's a little bit rocky in this region. We can go back above and below both of the set in stone ABCs, quote unquote. I don't have my camera on today just because I just woke up. My hair's a mess. I'm just, like I said, I'm not feeling good. But Ethereum, on the other hand, all right, it looks like the pump was simply just a retest of the previous support region. That being 1738, conveniently. And we are now back below that. We're very close to it, so I mean, we definitely could come back above it. And as for BTC, you guys know me. I'm not like a big stickler on like EMAs and stuff, but one consistent one that I've seen is the 8-hour EMA. Now, when it comes to like the levels being retested, I wouldn't say like it's like a definite, but you can definitely see a couple times where, you know, it really does shine. But more importantly, the crosses. All right, it very, very rarely crosses and then comes, you know, and then flip-flops back. So we crossed to the downside right here. All right, last time that we crossed to the upside was over here. And it's not like when it crosses, that's when you enter. It's just a really good sign that if you're already in the correct trade, you're going to be doing well. We crossed to the downside right here. Obviously, tons of negative price action followed. Now, this was the last time that we saw it really flip-flop, okay? We broke to the upside and then immediately broke back down to the downside. So to say that it can't flip-flop is disingenuous, but that is one out of, let's see, you got 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, so it's flip-flopped once in like the past 2 years. All right. So like I said, I mean, it can happen. It definitely can happen, but the probability of it happening is low. So with that being said, retesting these EMAs is kind of within the cards. Now, if we start going above them and staying above them, that's when we might have to be on edge, because a whole lot of people are probably very concerned about, people are talking about BlackRock ETF with Bitcoin. I believe that's what the whole issue is. And then there's a couple other headlines that are circulating. I just want to simply remind you, we've had this narrative before that an ETF will all of a sudden make Bitcoin super, uber, duper, uber bullish. That's just not true. And anybody who's telling you that is being very, very stupid. All right. When we had the CME ETF for BTC, I don't know if it was an actual ETF, but back in 2016, like ETF, like that was the monumental headline that kept going around. Let me remind you that ETFs are not a good thing for Bitcoin. It is essentially creating fake Bitcoin out of thin air that can be traded in order to manipulate price. All right. ETFs are not a good thing. All right. Silver ETFs, like Bitcoin needs to stay physical. Obviously, it's a digital asset, but you know what I mean. It needs to be a non-fungible token. ETFs are a way around fungibility. All right. Same thing with silver. All right. You can trade, physical silver. I give you money, you give me silver, or I can go and write up a piece of paper that says I will get, a contract saying that I will give you this much silver for this much gold. And then we trade the piece of paper for the money. Technically you owe me silver and I owe you money, but we just have this contract. So I don't want to necessarily like blame anybody for being bullish about some stupid headline, but you have to look at the past. All right. We are not, bullish because of an ETF. The weekly EMA, I mean, if we weren't above the weekly EMA, it would be, actually, no. I mean, we're sitting right at it. All right. And I mean, for all intents and purposes, this looks like a retest and looking like a rejection. But yeah, I mean, the weekly EMA conveniently lines up with kind of the support that we have been kind of banking off of for the last month or so. All right, that support being 25,400. Now, we did see momentary price action come back below that, but I think considering the place that ETH was in and the retest that it wanted, and obviously with some of the news articles and everything like that, people might have a little bit more bullishness on BTC, but I'm not convinced. All right. Now, I mean, like I said, if we get above the 8-hour EMAs here and we start holding 27,000, quite consistently, I could be changing my tune and looking for maybe a retest of 31,000. But at this moment in time, these news articles and these, YouTube title, clickbait ETF, bullishness, BlackRock. It's just so weird to me how people can flip like that and just use that type of information to get clicks. ETFs are not good. They will bring the price of Bitcoin down. Guaranteed. Do your research on them. But LTC is sitting in a big ABC right now. So if you are bullish, all right. I'm not saying that you shouldn't be bullish. I'm saying you shouldn't be bullish for ETFs. All right. If you want to go ahead and take the long positions that are available, like Ethereum, And if BTC comes back above here, you could take that. But obviously the entry price for BTC was 25,800. There's opportunities to go ahead and jump into those long positions. All right. Algo on a smaller time frame is sitting in a bearish position. All right, we're sitting around the top of the A right now. So we definitely could see a rejection there. So ADA, like, I just left a sour taste in my mouth. I was trading it up here and I went to bed. It just, like, it knocked me out and then all of a sudden dropped down. Oh gosh, I hate when stuff like that happens. On the smaller time frames, BTC is sitting in some sort of ABC formation. It's kind of like a giraffe. It doesn't look super good for like a healthy rejection, but it's there. And like I said, these green lines here, this one and this one, all right, these are the markings of the 8-hour EMA resistance. So we kind of pumped into it, and we've gotten a decent rejection so far. But we have plenty of indicators that are kind of on the fritz. You know, the RSI is below whatever this is. I've noticed that the RSI based moving average, you know, we're below it. So we are technically flipped to the downside in some sort of way on the RSI. The weekly MACD is crossed to the downside. The 8-hour EMAs are crossed to the downside. So everything that's happening right now, I'm viewing as a retest, and I'm looking for more downside. Like, I think it's fortunate for anybody trying to take bullish trades that price action is acting the way that it is, but I would be looking at those in terms of scalp positions, not necessarily swing positions. It's your prerogative, but for me at the moment, I just don't see a long-term bullishness at the moment. I'm looking at a lot of this as retests and rejections. And like, I'm very surprised how well BTC was able to get back about 25,363. But obviously with the way Ethereum was sitting, it gave it a little bit more oomph. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it when it comes to the coin market here. I'm sticking to my guns. I'm still pretty bearish. I think 20K is likely. Obviously, you know, we have to get through 24,000 here, but once we get through 24,000, we'll probably see it drop down pretty suddenly down to 2,100. I mean, 21,900, and then like that. Those are the only two places where I can see where we'll find like decent support until about 20K. I mean, looking at Ethereum, if we see a rejection here, you know, we have the support here at 1690, but it doesn't necessarily look like it's acting like support. It's just kind of free balling here. But if we get rejection here, besides 1641, there is no major support until we get back down to about 1369. Possibility of finding support off of this, like, this level here, 1460, but I wouldn't necessarily count on it. Yeah, DXY has been dumping, which it's a good thing short term, but it just gives it a lot more room to like have upside. Like, you know, we dumped all the way pretty much back to where we started on the DXY, but yet we have not had a severe pump on BTC. We had a pump, but this is a little tiny baby. All right. So I mean, in the same exact amount of time that the DXY was able to go up and back down to pretty much where it started, we are nowhere close on BTC to where we started. So this is giving it more of a chance that if this is a retest, if this is an A to a B situation going on, that it has so much more room to the upside. And I think that's going to be a bad thing for BTC. I mean, we started dumping at the beginning of June. And the beginning of June, we have been dumping on BTC. So I mean, if the DXY starts going to the upside again, I just don't think it's gonna be good. How about the ABC at 24,700? 24,700. 24,700. Are you referring to if we go back down and retest 24,700? Because I mean, our low is 24,750, so I'm assuming that's what you're talking about. I think like the problem with that is it's below the major macro support of 25,350-ish, 70-ish. So I mean, if you start taking the longs that are that close to what would possibly turn into our biggest resistance, it's gonna be a losing game. The long at 25,375 off of this ABC, completely valid. Like if you took that, good trade, because we're coming back above our major support region with a pattern showing, hey, there's either going to be nice bullishness or temporary bullishness, and you can take advantage of that. But if we come back down and we put in a A to B to C here, you're taking the long below it, and it could just come right back up and get rejected there and go. Which I mean, if you're using correct risk management, not a big deal. Trust me, not a big deal. But I think you could probably just wait for it to come back above this level again if you really wanted to take the long, if it's going to be bullish. Unless that's not what you're talking about. 25,300. Yeah, so I mean, that's the issue. Like I said, I see it too, but we saw this one as well. This one, A to B to C. And price action absolutely rocked that one to its core. This one is kind of acting in a similar way. We have A to B to C. All right. And price action is kind of slipping through it, back and forth, back here, back there, back there, back there, back there. It's I'm not a stranger to price action acting like this. All right. So I mean, if you're using correct risk management, you shouldn't necessarily get upset with price action doing that. And I completely understand why you would want to take the trade, but I think you need to just notice how the other market is sitting. DXY is looking for the pullback, looking for the retest, possibly putting in an A to a B to a C. Ethereum, all right, has not collected support here. It is looking like a retest rejection scenario. It's just an unfortunate byproduct on BTC that it pumps so hard, just because we didn't come down far enough for it to look the same. Kite on a USDT.D. Oh, my bad. Click the wrong thing here. Yeah, I see it as well. A to B to C. So I mean, if you want to be bullish because of that, by all means, do what you gotta do. Like I said, I mean, Ethereum, if it does happen to come back above here, I'm probably gonna take the trade. All right, just because I'm a man of my word. like I said, I have a pretty severe bias right now. Like, it looks like the market is being set up, not only from a price action standpoint, but from like a news article standpoint. What's your risk management like for rocky price action, Kite? Well, you can't predict rocky price action. So your risk management just has to be your risk management for everything. All right, for me, with the swing strategy, I've been using a much larger stop loss of 3%, and I'm risking 3% of the account. All right. So it's pretty much a 1-to-1. All right. So I'm not over leveraging by any means. What I'm doing is I can go onto LBank and put in, $200 of a $1,000 portfolio, and then make the trades that I need to make. So like, I'm risking 3%, but within a shorter time frame, and using the full amount of my portfolio. Now, if I'm on a smaller time frame, I'm probably not using that large of a stop loss. All right, because you're just kind of shortening the time frame there. But you're definitely lowering the risk for sure, because you're going to get stopped out more on the smaller time frames. Yeah, but there's plenty of opportunities. ETH has a really nice, like, ETH, this is the first time that it's retesting this level here. Obviously, we went below it over here, but it's not as crazy. Well, that's the thing. If you increase your stop loss, you're increasing your win ratio, but you're lowering your R&R. But with swing trading, we're still walking away with 10, 15, 20 R&Rs. So even if you have a 15% win ratio, 20% win ratio, you're still going to be doing good. No, not on swing trading. On scalp trading, we use, 1% or less. If we're using like the legitimate portfolio. Now, if you're using a test portfolio with like $50 to $100, you're having fun with it. You're testing. I mean, you could probably use 1%, 2%. Probably want to go past really 2% if you're on a scalping time frame. That's for test portfolio, by the way. Like, that's where if you're finding out your win percentage, your R&R, like how you're entering trades, what you like, all that kind of stuff. I can never get my computer screen to look like yours. Are you 4K with a big monitor? I'm using a 4K. It's not like a massive monitor. It's 27 inches. So a little bit larger than the standard, which is 24. This is also the TradingView app, like the desktop app. This is not the website. So it looks a tad bit different. Obviously, it's a little more full screen, a little bit more screen real estate friendly. If you haven't downloaded that. Yeah, that's my opinion at the moment. I think that the news articles plus the weird position that Bitcoin and Ethereum have been in, just the fact that these coins, in order to like have these massive dumps, it is very healthy to have these retests before it confirms and start really, really moving. Because no one wants it to go down. All right. So, I mean, you really have to have proof that these supports are not going to hold and they are turning into resistances before you start nosediving. So, like I said, I think it's just because Ethereum wanted to come back up and retest its major macro. I won't say a major macro, but its most recent local low of significance. It wants to retest that. And just because BTC was just in a weird, peculiar position, it came back up to retest as well with Ethereum. And that's where we're sitting now. Billions and so much this week. Yeah, I mean, I've lost a little bit on ADA, but since I stopped playing it just because there's no positions that are appetizing at the moment. Algo, looks appetizing from like an ABC perspective here. That's about it. But at the like, I'm not taking scalping seriously at the moment. Like, I'm using like a little $50, $70, $100 portfolio, and I'm not trying to enter every single little coin here. I'll pick a coin to focus on. Ethereum hasn't had any like really good 15-minute time frame trades. It had this one right here, about 14 hours, A to B to C. Entry point was 1658. You had this A to B to C here. You could have caught that. But over here, if you tried to catch anything, you probably would have been really screwed up. Crypto is becoming so risky in the United States, trying to learn about other markets, but the PIP thing is confusing. Don't let the headlines skew you. Like, that's what they want. Like, you go on the headlines and you look at it and like, oh my gosh. It's like you have two camps. You have the people that go to the headlines and they see stuff like Bitcoin ETF, BlackRock adopts Bitcoin, or I think it's been in talks that Russian banks are now incorporating Bitcoin directly into the banking system. Something about China, Hong Kong getting into BTC. Actually no, they're settling debts or something in Ethereum. So like you have the bullish side of things, and then you have the SEC like, oh, crypto's getting banned. The United States is anti-crypto, and they're trying to like completely eradicate it. You have these two sides of the spectrum. They are both bullshit. They are both just trying to play on your emotions and make you do something stupid. All right. Because of the unique position that, I'm not going to say every single crypto, because that's the issue. Like, some of these cryptos, whether you like it or not, technically are securities. All right. And of course they don't like stable coins. But what are they going to do about them? They already tried, to get USDT, but it just doesn't work like that. And especially when you're using offshore exchanges like LBank or Bybit, even if they, Coinbase prevents you from selling your Litecoin into USDT, I mean, really, what does that change? Besides, when you cash out, you have to, pay your taxes on it, but you can go buy USDT on another exchange. All right, just because the United States bans it doesn't mean that it's gonna stop. And these lawsuits, like, look at Ripple. Ripple's been in a lawsuit for like years. And I mean, it's still had price action. It's still done something. I'm not going to say that it's prospered under the lawsuit, but it's not dead, No. These lawsuits are going to take a very long time to work themselves out. And it might not even end in the SEC's favor. So don't let these news articles, these quick hot takes, sway your opinion. All right. I do think you should like expand your horizons if that's something that you're really looking to do. But it sounds like you're ready to give up on crypto just because of a couple headlines here. Okay, can I look at Tomo? I don't know what this coin is. It looks like it's hitting a local high here. Looks like you had like a little bit of a liquidity pocket that got hit and caused that, but it looks like you're at a major resistance right here. So I mean, possible turnaround and retest of possibly this level over here. Yep, Hakineshi is my go-to. Because everything that I do is based off of like trends. Hakineshi just allows the trends to be easier to be seen. My last DCA level for KDA is 31 cents. Beyond that point, I really don't have I don't have a set DCA level. 31 cents is the last support off of historic price action. If we get super low, maybe I'll start throwing some more money at it. But right now, like I was buying off of Binance US, but I got all of my crypto off of that. So, and I'm not going to be using it until everything's settled. So, I don't have another avenue of buying KDA at the moment. I'm really hoping I can get LBank to put it at least on spot. That's my plan. But obviously, still trying to get some people to sign up, give us that voting power. But all right, let me check the affiliate account, see if anybody else signed up, and add them to the list. I think one more person signed up. All right, last call, 5 minutes. All right, in order to participate in the giveaway, you just have to sign up with the link in the description. It's the first link for LBank. And like I said, for next week, if you want an extra raffle, so there's two boards. All right, this board has everybody who has signed up. Let me make sure I got this last person here. All right. Okay. Yes. Let me go ahead and add my name. All right. This is everybody who has signed up so far. And then there is a separate wheel that gets spun for people who have just deposited, which is a much lower pool of people. So you have a much higher chance to win. All right. You can't win both, but you can get picked on both. So what you have to hit the send button on the the where it says, where to send a code to your email. You have to hit the send button in order for them to send the code, and then it starts like a 60-second timer. LBank has the option to KYC, but it's not required. I don't even have to use a VPN on LBank. Check EOS. Was EOS listed in the SEC lawsuits here? So I mean, it's got an ABC bottom for a possible retest to the upside. I don't necessarily think it's going to be like a really good retest. Possibly. I mean, the possibility of coming back and retesting maybe this level here, but I don't know. I don't think so. EOS, like I actually was a huge fan of it. At the beginning of the bull run, I mostly used it to transfer money around the market because it was fast and it was cheap. But I mean, I just don't know if it's gonna have a comeback. Like Litecoin is fast and cheap enough. Like I mean, it's not the cheapest, but comparative, like it's like 30 cents to send Litecoin, and it usually is under like 5 minutes. Why is it not WBank? I don't know. I don't even know what the L stands for. I wonder if it does stand for anything. Kite, when you were talking about the 8-hour EMA flip-flopping, what is it flip-flopping with? Itself. You never flip-flopped with yourself? It's a grand old time. Where did the EMA go? Did I delete it? I guess I deleted the EMA. I don't know why I did that. All right. All right, we need pink and green. All right. So we can possibly make this a little bit larger to see here. All right. So when the 100 crosses over the 200, that's a bullish sign, meaning that the short-term price action is exceeding the longer-term price action moving average. When the longer time frame price action moving average is over the shorter time frame, it's a bearish sign. So right here on June 10th, the 200 flipped over the 100. So, I mean, if you just go back and look at it, all right, so we flipped to the downside here. The last time that we flipped to the upside was over here. Like I said, it's not a signal to get into a trade, but if you are already in a short or in a long and you see that, it's typically a good sign that you're on the right side of things. All right. And in the entire like past history of recent history, the only time that it flip-flopped, meaning that it went bullish and then back to bearish within a short period of time, was right here. All right, we flipped bullish and then we flipped bearish. All right, within, a matter of, maybe a week or two. All right, this was back when we had this massive ABC here, and there was a little bit of indecision in the market. But I mean, that's the only time that it flip-flopped back and forth. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So, I mean, out of 11 flips, only one time in like the past, 5 years was it like a super indecisive, quick turnaround. I think the last time that it was this, relatively quick was over here, but I wouldn't call that, like obviously this was the COVID crash. It was a very peculiar time in the market. But I mean, like over here, we flipped to the downside and we did not flip to the upside. Actually, no, we did. That's a lie. Right here, very momentarily. All right. So, I mean, that, I guess 2 times in the past 5 years did it have a moment of indecisiveness. But I mean, it pretty much would have carried you all the way through here. Right here, we flipped and then we took off like a little rocket. So, like I said, I don't think you should be completely bearish or completely bullish because of indicators. All right. I am in the short position based off of price action alone. We are paying attention to the support levels that are involved. And beyond that point, the indicators are there to kind of just give me an inkling of like, hey, we're sitting pretty. We're still moving the way that I would like to see us move. But like I said, 8-hour EMAs cross to the downside. The weekly MACD is cross to the downside. What's the weekly RSI moving average looking like? Am I on a different chart here? Is that why? Yeah, I was on a different chart. Let's go look at the weekly. So the weekly RSI moving average is now back under. So, I mean, from like the macro momentum indicators, we're relatively bearish. Now, I mean, the daily, like right now, like we're in a range. We're trapped between the daily 200 and the daily 100 EMAs. Like we're just kind of bouncing between those two at the moment. And then the weekly is kind of a little bit more high here. The weekly, technically, we come back up and retest 27,570, which I don't think is likely, but it definitely could happen. But all right, let's go ahead and do some of the giveaway here. I flip-flopped myself this morning. Hey, whatever happened to the ABC indicator you're working on? I was never the one working on it. I mentioned it a couple times. It was David Tech. You can look him up on YouTube. He was creating an ABC indicator, and I think he abandoned it. I know he still has an indicator that can show you, what ABCs are available. But it just it would be a very hard struggle to get that to work. Like accurately, and looking for ABCs that matter. So it's one thing to like just show you every single little up and down. Mr. Johnny, what's going on? I didn't get good sleep last night, Johnny. I was tired when I went to bed, but I couldn't sleep. All right, let me go add you guys. LBank, refresh. All of the people. Okay. All right. So the last person I have added was 3652. All right. So we've had 3 people sign up since that person. So the goal is 100 people by the 6th of July. So if you guys have any friends that you could kind of spread the word to, I would very much appreciate it. Like I said, if you guys just want to participate in the giveaway, you don't have to deposit any money, and there's no like set amount to deposit to be in the secondary giveaway. If you want to put $10 on LBank, I'm not trying to get anybody to specifically deposit, because like I said, don't trust any exchange. Coinbase, Kraken, LBank, Bybit, KuCoin, Mexi. You should be using these things like banks, but I would like you to deposit something if you want to be in the secondary giveaway, just to show LBank that like you are a separate wallet address, that you are a real person and not just a bot to sign up. That's the main reason. No other reason besides that. So, it could be $5 that you throw on there just to show them that it is a separate wallet depositing to the website. Okay. I'll give it a little bit more time if anybody else wants to sign up. Right now we're sitting at, let's see, that is 9, 19, 29, 39, 40. We have 46 people signed up. We're almost 50% of the way to our goal. %. Now, if you guys do win, all right, because I mean we have 32 people watching, and we have 46 names. All right. So before we start the giveaway, go into your LBank, go up to your profile, find out what your user ID is. That way, if I call it, if it wins, you can immediately go and let me know. The way that you do that is go on Twitter, and it's in the description. But if you go to its_kite on Twitter, DM me, send me a picture, a screenshot of your user ID from your browser. And then if you have any money that's deposited in your futures or in your spot, send me a picture of that. The reason why is on the affiliate, I can see how much is in your account. That way, if someone is trying to pretend to be you, all right, by going and hitting F12 and changing the element, hitting inspect, and then changing their user ID so that it looks like they are the person they say they are, then I can call them out on it. Yeah, 40. All right. Yeah, 5 more minutes. At 1:45, we will do the first drawing. I'll make sure people have ample time here. I've been on a Ben & Jerry's kick. I've been keeping it pretty vanilla, like strawberry and cheesecake and stuff. But I tried milk and cookies last night. I don't know if it's chocolate chip or if it's basically cookies and cream. Your DMs are not open on Twitter? Yes, they are. I've had people DM me. last time. There. Where do I check to see if my DMs are open? Because like I said, I mean, I had someone DM me last giveaway, and they were able to just go ahead and do it. Settings and privacy. You have position open? What are you talking about? No, we've had a Bitcoin short open for 60 days. Collecting that fund in. I made like $10 on funding so far. Off like a $30 risk. My Twitter account is in the description. It's underneath the LBank link. At It's Kite. So I see your profile, Crypto Cocoons. Just in case, there you go. So you said my DMs aren't open. I mean, if they're not open, how do I do that? Where do I go? I'm assuming, is it privacy and safety? Okay. All right, I have it on now. Allow message requests from everyone. Let people who don't follow you send you message requests and add you to group conversation. Okay. All right, there we go. It's on. All fixed. What's your 240? What's your user ID? So I'll double check it for you. Make sure you're on here. I am kind of worried because I redid it this morning. I re-added everybody. Hey, Come here. Come here. Come here. But says I have 45 entries, but I added everybody today, and I just re-added the people who just signed up. But okay. All right. It's 1:45. We'll do our first spin here. Let me 6527. Do a little control F here. 6527. Are we missing you? No way. 6527. Is it able to find you? All right, let's do 5054. So it's finding you there. 240. I think you. Hold on. Let me fact check it on the affiliate thing here. All right, because you have to be signed up under the affiliate in order. Let me put your user ID in here. I put your user ID in the affiliate. And it says that you're not a part of the team. Did you sign up under under the link? Let's see. 6527. 6527. I'm looking for you. That's why I've been losing on this account. I don't think that's how that works, but I mean, hey, if you want to, I'll give you 2 minutes. If you want to make a new account, I'm not going to force you to. But the rules are the rules. I have to treat everybody the same. If you're not signed up under the link, I can't. I mean, I'm glad you said something, I guess. Like what are the chances? He said, "Dave, my deposit is processing." All right, we'll give it a couple minutes. I want to give you a fair chance here. There's always next week, man. Like I said, if we can get the 100 signups or very close to it, the giveaways will continue. So I mean, you have plenty of chances to go ahead and win. Yeah, number 3, the third person to ever sign up. With the LBank link. I don't want to say how much money is in their account right now, but the last four is 6472. Yeah, it's probably lost in space. I worry every time I transfer to your wallet. What did you send? You send Bitcoin, Litecoin? I usually send Litecoin. It's just faster. I'm more confident with it. All right, this doesn't count. This doesn't count. All right, I didn't mean to click it. Whoever is 5069 is going to be pissed. They're going to be like, you joking? That didn't count. It says minimum deposit is $20. I don't think so, because I mean, I see people who have deposited $7, like total. Like it's not like they deposited 20 and they lost 14. Yeah, maybe there's a minimum deposit on USDT because maybe there's, if you're using like ERC, maybe there's like a minimum fee that you have to hit. Are you transferring it via TRC, BEP20, ERC? I don't think it's gone. Unless you sent only enough to cover the fees, then it's zero. You sent TRC20. I think the fee on that is only like what, $2, $1. It might just not get confirmed and then bounce back. I don't know. There's a chance like it will still show up on your account, or just be kind of sitting there waiting for more to inactivate. I don't know. Here's what we'll do, Dave. Here's what we'll do. Okay. What we'll do is I will add you. What's the last four of your user ID, Dave? I'll add you to the deposits. If you win via deposits, all right, I cannot send you the money until I see the deposit in your account. All right. That way I'm fair to the other people. All right. And then if 2 days passes and you don't have the deposit in your account, then we'll have to re-roll for someone else. $3686. All right. I'll make an exception for Dave. All right. I know a couple other people might want to do the same thing. All right. Said I sent some money too. I sent $5 in TRX. I don't know if I want to let everybody do that. You sent $5 TRX via USDT. So like you're saying that you're under the minimum as well? Okay, Dave. All right. We'll just do it normal then. We'll get it over with. Like I said, I mean, this is going to be every single week. All right. Either Friday or Saturday. We're going to do the same exact giveaway. All right. $150, 3 people. All right. Well, $150 divided by 3 people. So you have all week to go ahead and get it all set up. So, all right. Let's go ahead and spin it. Everybody locked in? All right, let me go ahead and write this down, because what I want to do is after let me go ahead and put it in the Discord real quick. Copy. That's 70% TP, just like that. That's what's up. All right, so whoever has 3690, 23690, you just won $50. Let me know. You play EFT, Escape from Tarkov? Yes and no. I played a lot at the beginning of this wipe, but I'm waiting for next wipe to get back into it. I got the Lightkeeper, which was fun, being able to just go over there and not have anyone bother me. I got to Lightkeeper like maybe like 3 weeks in, 4 weeks in. All right, so that was the free spin. All right, if you did not deposit, now we are going to do the depositors. Is 690 also in this? No, they are not. Okay. All right. Is there anybody in the chat that has 3690 user ID? All right. Here we go. Spend 2. It really likes the 36s. We had 3690, now we have 3660. All right, so we got 3660. Copy. All right, last spin here. Wait, hold on. Did he win 2 weeks in a row? Hold on. He's allowed to do that, but I think let me go check my Twitter real quick. It's paying off for this dude if it's the same guy. If so, he's already won $100 from these giveaways. 2648. It's at that boy hoops. Clap show, that's you? That's which are you 2648? Are you the same guy from last week? Or are you 3660? Man, that's luck. That's some good luck right there. You had more competition this week in the deposit category, and you still won. It's fair is fair. Fair is fair. Like I said, you can't win twice in a row on the same week, but separate weeks, if luck is on your hand, it's on your hand. And look how close. Look how close it was. Look how close to being 24-27. 3660 is me. Okay. All right. Like I said, go ahead and message me on Twitter at It's Kite. All right. And what I would like is a picture of your user ID. Now, if you're even better, what could be better verification is if you do the iPhone or Android app for LBank. It's right up here. You can scan that QR code. But if you can screenshot the LBank app, that's even better. Like that's just, there's no ifs, ands, or buts. Like you can't edit that. All right, new message request here. Oh, you sent the video. Thank you very much. Now, all right. So I'm gonna go ahead and send these things out. The biggest issue with it, 3690. Did you have any deposits, or were you the first winner? I think you were the first winner. All right, so you were non-deposit winner. Okay. I'm very scared of not getting the money to the correct person. Because like I said, technically, like if someone really wanted to, they could still, you know, spoof their user ID. But I'm gonna go ahead and send over the money. Now, what I wish I could do here is I wish I could hit withdraw here, and I wish I could use the user ID as the internal transfer. Can I do that? All right, LA, I'm gonna need you to send me either the phone number or the email address that you used in order to create your LBank account, because I'm going to be doing an internal transfer, and that way there's zero fees and it's instantaneous. I'll do it off screen. I'm not going to have your email address pop up here. I like your email. That's a good email. I like that. All right, so internal transfer. Enter the withdrawal amount. $50. And confirm. I gotta send an email code here. Gmail. Okay. And it should be in your account now, or very close to it. All right. That is one winner. I have yet to get any other messages on Twitter. So, clap show. It's in the description, but if you just need it up front, it's _kite. So ITS _kite. Did you make the risk reward calculator yourself? No, I didn't. So I made the formula, but then what happened is I was teaching people the formula, and then someone with coding ability came along and turned it into the web page. Which at first someone turned it into an Excel sheet, and then someone turned it into the web page. To be honest, I don't even remember the. Do I still have the? I had a trading plan that I put the formula in when I first made it. I don't know if I still have that. Because to be honest, I don't remember the formula. Like if I sat there and I looked at it, I probably could. It would probably come back into my brain, but maybe I need a little bit of acid again. It's not hard. I think it was contracts divided by leverage equals. I forgot what it was. That's the problem with calculators. Like once you have the calculator, you forget how it actually works. Couldn't do it by hand anymore. I'm trying to find all my Word documents. See if I can find the old trading plan where I wrote down the. Yeah, I don't even know if it's still on this computer. That would suck, wouldn't it? It's probably in my Discord somewhere. I probably have it shared. Looks like your transfer ended up going through. Oh, man. I'm sorry, Dave. I mean, you still were in technically one of them. I'm sorry that happened, man. But there's next week. All right. We've already shown that someone was able to win back to back. So you could definitely. All right, cool. Thank you for downloading the app and showing me that as well. That makes it 10 times easier. All right. And go ahead and send me the email address or phone number associated with your account so I can go ahead and send the internal withdrawal. And I already know who to send the third winner. So I mean, I guess I'll just I still need to go to his thing. He's gonna be like another. Hey, don't know if you watched the stream today, but you won the giveaway again. So. No problem. I'm happy to be able to do this again. We've done really big giveaways in the past, but I'm very excited to have something that we can do every single week and have something to look forward to, regardless of how price action is currently doing. So. Yes, I did get it, Robert. So I appreciate that. What I'll do right now is I'm gonna go to. It might take a little bit for it to update on the affiliate website here, but usually it's pretty fast. Let me if your thing's added. Okay, so it looks like 36.90 deposited money, 36.88 deposited money, and 36.86 deposited money. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll add you right now to the wheel. Wheel of names. So, all right. I will add you here. 36.90. $88 and $86. All right. You guys are added in. Oh, I just realized what I just did. I gave 36.90. All right. Unfortunately, I can't do that. All right, because that's the money that I just sent you. But all right, I know that's $50. If I see anything more than $50 show up on the account, if I don't add you next week, because like before we do the giveaway every week, I'll pop it up on screen. If you guys see an issue with the list here, you can say something and I'll double check everything, make sure it's right. But I know that you have just the giveaway money in there. If I see like another $1 or $2 come in, then I'll add you to this list here if you want. All right. Like I said, if you guys just want to be a part of the giveaways, if you don't want to use LBank, no worries. Like I'm not trying to full convert you here. So I'm gonna go ahead and send the. I don't think he's watching the stream. I don't think he knows that he won twice. 2 weeks in a row here. So let me go ahead and send him his money as just a little surprise. Enter withdrawal amount, $50. Giveaway. Withdraw. Burn. Okay. He's going to have $50 show up in his account and he's not going to know why. I wish that was me. All right. So we go back to pending messages. So clap show. I did get your message, but I need you to send me either your email address or phone number that you used to sign up for LBank, in order for me to do the internal transfer. Yeah, I don't have any macro trade set up on it because we were already in a macro trade on DYDX when LBank approached me. But like I said, I don't trust any exchange. Coinbase, Kraken, Bybit, Gemini. All right, you shouldn't trust exchanges. So that's why, like, I'm not asking you to put a certain amount on LBank or anything like that. But in terms of like the exchange rankings, LBank is pretty damn high. Obviously you got BitGet, you got, you know, all the major ones. You got Coinbase, Binance, Kraken, KuCoin, Bybit. So it's not like number one, but it's up there. It's trustworthy. They've been around, I believe, for 5 years, maybe a little bit more. So I there's a couple of gripes I have with them when it comes to like the UI, but everything works the way it needs to. The rest is just upgrades. It has decent volume, 536 million, which is on par with Bybit. It's on par with BitGet. BitGet has a little bit more, but it has more than KuCoin. So like I've seen some people that are like I like exchanges that have more volume, and then they said KuCoin, but KuCoin actually has less volume than LBank. And as long as you're trading somewhat decent coins, all right, volume should never be an issue. All right, if you're going on these websites and you're trading some shitcoin that no one's heard of, all right, yeah, you're going to have lots of slippage. All right, you're not going to be getting the exact price that you want. Your stop loss might not work correctly. Like, you're going to have issues on any exchange. All right, so that's why we stay away from those types of coins. Okay? Simple as that. So I guess we have to be present to win since you don't know the accounts. Exactly. So like, so the rule is I'll give it 2 days. All right, from the time of this recording. All right, I will give it 2 days for the winners to come forward. Now, fortunately, this week I already knew who one of the winners were because they were a winner last week. So I can just go back in my messages and send them the money, regardless of if they're here or not. And then obviously the other two, Clap Show and LA, they were here. So next week, if let's say you don't have the ability to watch, all right, you have 2 days. All right, I'll post the user IDs of the winners on my community posts, and I will post them in my Discord if you're in my Discord. All right, and you have 2 days to come forward. If not, then the money's forfeit. All right, I gave you 48 hours. You have plenty of time. You know the giveaways are happening. You forfeited the money. We'll use it for next week's giveaway. But like I said, I really do appreciate you guys showing up for the giveaway and signing up. Like I said, if you guys have any friends that are traders and they want to participate in the giveaway or use LBank if they're looking for a new exchange, let them know, and they can participate as well. Because like I said, the goal that was set by LBank personally was they would like me to get 100 people signed up. If I can do that, then the deal that we have in place maintains, and I'll be able to do these giveaways every single week going forward. So we have about half the amount of people that we need signed up, which is fantastic. But we only have like 2 weeks left, and we got to get more people signed up. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and get you your winners. All right, so $50 giveaway. And done. Alrighty. Clap Show, you should be getting it very soon. Oh man, I didn't win. Rigged. And I think for transparency's sake, I think Johnny and Monk are both in the giveaway. All right, so if they pop up, all right, it's not rigged. I'm not trying to keep the money away from the community. I'm not in the giveaway. All right. But they did sign up under me and they did deposit money. So technically they deposit their own money. So they get the same rights as everybody else. I only missed by one spot, so close. On the everyman spin. Let me go ahead and get his email address off here before I show it again. What's going on? I feel like a tightness in my chest today. It's too much salt in these sunflower seeds. Gotta stop. I'm gonna fall over. No problem, Clap Show. That's what's up. So, I mean, hopefully, you know, I wish you guys the best. I mean, you know, 2648. Can't I that guy is lucky. Cause I mean, like to win 2 weeks in a row, and there's more people added to the board this week than there was last week, and still win. That's something. Yeah, I mean, technically, what I can do is like after someone wins once, I can add a note to their name in the affiliate. So that way, if they win again, I know who they are. Men of culture, we meet again. You're just trying to keep it away from me. What do you mean? I would never do that. I could never keep it away from you, man. You're like a magnet. I don't know what it is, but we can make assumptions. It's flying right at you all the time. But I'm gonna get going soon and get out of the house and go grab some food and maybe do a little bit of DoorDash, get moving. Because like I said, I mean, I haven't really done it in like 2 weeks. I tried to get out there, but I was still kind of sick. So I mean, I kind of was slacking a little bit. Like I said, I'm not feeling 100% at the moment. Like the lack of sleep and just a weird feeling. What's your view on traditional markets? So like the US 100 and the SPY, if you actually go look at how they're weighted, it's mostly like Apple, Nvidia, and Microsoft and all that stuff. And with all the AI mumbo jumbo going on, it's making these things take off like a rocket. And I just don't see it. I think it's a little bit too much hype. Of course, the market's going to move how it wants to move, like with GameStop. You know, you don't necessarily need legitimate like profit numbers or anything like that to make the market move. Obviously, it's speculation at the end of the day on this whole AI thing. So, I mean, if people really think it's going to be that profitable, by all means, let them do what they're going to do. Now, we're hitting resistance here. Like, this is a major local high. Within this downtrend, all right, we had a major resistance here at 13,732, failed, and continued to break past it. So, I mean, here's the next logical place where we could see a rejection. Obviously, if we break through this resistance, I don't think that we'll probably see a slowdown. We'll probably see a higher high. Now, if we put in that higher high, I mean, I would be on the lookout. You know, if we put in a massive ABC on the US 100, like, we can't ignore it. All right, because last time that we ignored the macro ABC, because I couldn't believe my eyes. Like, we were just starting to transition into the fact that everything was an ABC. And that if you paid a close enough attention, you could really like do well in the market. But to think that the entire bull market was going to be an ABC, like, I just couldn't believe that. So, I mean, I traded the ABC top off of this singular wave, but I didn't trade the entirety of the bull market because of that. So, I mean, I will not make that same mistake. Obviously, I don't trade the US 100 the same way. I have stocks that are in the US 100, but I don't have just the index. I mean, if we put in that higher high and come back down below, you want to talk about great reset? I mean, we could be coming back down to 6,000 if that's the ABC that we see. So, we broke past this major resistance. So, I mean, we probably won't see a slowdown until about 462, which, unless something else happens on the medium time frames here, maybe we could see resistance here at 449. But yeah, I mean, we've broken through resistances on traditional markets. I mean, we're sitting at one right now, so I mean, maybe there's a chance. But it just, I don't know. I don't think this is necessarily what should be happening. I don't think, like, I'm not like a total bear right now. I don't think that like Bitcoin's going to 4,000. I don't think that like the great reset is here. We're going to go back down to 2,000 on the US 100. I'm not like a super bear. I'm just not fully convinced that we're like ready for a whole new bull market. Like, that makes no sense to me logistically. Obviously, I could be wrong. All right. I could totally be wrong. But the way that I saw it was, you know, we were having a healthy correction. We were putting in the ABC here. We were retesting support. And I was just looking for kind of like sideways price action for a little bit, retesting maybe these support levels, and then gradually start moving up and building healthy support. The problem with the market right now that people just don't seem to care about is that when you have major upside with no like stagnation during that uptrend, there's nothing to fall back onto. Like, if this does happen to pull back, there's nothing to fall back onto. Like, the last major support during this uptrend was all the way back here at 11,696. We have a little support here at like 12,700. But other than that, there's nothing. On the smaller time frames there is, but I'm talking from a macro perspective here. So like, it's the same thing with BTC. Like, when we have these major trends to the upside, where it's just a straight shot, it's not building any support. So if we break through this previous resistance, now acting as sort of a support, and we break through it and we hold below it, our next support is all the way down here. So it's not me being a super bear and just calling for random numbers. It's support to support. Just like how if we break through this resistance over here at 32,304, I'll be targeting 43K. It's from resistance to resistance. But right now, like, we have too much resistance and not enough support. So obviously my probability is going to be saying, hey, downside. All right, because the way that it sits right now is, let me get a different BTC chart so I don't mess this one up. But the way that it sits right now, if we just look at the trend here, so we have uptrend, downtrend, uptrend, downtrend, uptrend, and then obviously this is downtrend. So we have resistance 1, resistance 2, resistance 3, resistance 4. So we have 4 major resistances in order for us to see that gap where we could actually see some major upside. Because I mean, between these two levels, there's really nothing, all right, of relevance. All right. So we have a lot of resistance here that we have to break through. You know, that's not even including like kind of like the indicator, like EMA resistances and all that jazz, but just price action resistances. And then in terms of support, all we really have is this. Like, that's it. And then boom, we drop down to 20K. Like, we have a little bit of small time frame support here at about 24K. But besides that, really nothing. Like, in terms of like the logical local lows of this trend. And the support that we did have, all right, we do have momentary support. Like, I'm not going to deny, like, we are technically back above the A of the current trend here. All right, we are back above this. All right, so if you want to be bullish, that's one reason to do so, by all means. All right, but we need to hold this like really well, which it's hard for me to say that it will. And then look, the previous support is now kind of acting like resistance. All right, this was like, we had downtrend, uptrend, downtrend. So I mean, besides, 24K, this was kind of like our acting support region. Then you could see it was, we came close to it, bounce, came close to it, bounce, came close to it, bounce. And then we fell through it, and then we came back up and like retested it. You can see we went past it a little bit, but overall price action held and then rejected. And now we're coming back up to it again. So our previous support is now acting more like a resistance. And, if we break through 25,300-ish and we come back down below it, we might be seeing like a little bit of a bull trap, around this region. Maybe we get caught between 25,300 and 24K for a little bit and continue to do kind of what we've been doing. But then I do think that it's going to break, and it's going to break violently. And the people who are caught in long positions up here are going to get schwacked. Because like I said, right now at the moment, the way that I'm looking at it is price action is once again retesting this previous support, confirming it as resistance. You can see that we're retesting the EMAs that have turned bearish and kind of seeing a rejection. Ethereum broke through its major support region, coming back up for the retest, kind of seeing a rejection. It's a little bit too early to tell. Like, I'm not going to say that we have a full rejection yet. We don't. We don't. All right. But look, we are back below the A of the not only, all right, it's double layered now. Like, it is getting more and more bearish, but yet somehow people are getting bullish. Doesn't make sense logically. All right, look. First reason to be bearish. Major macro ABC. What has happened with every major macro ABC? All right, I'm not saying that we're going to go put in lower lows. I'm not saying that we're going to go past 871. I'm not saying that. All right. It is very, very bullish if we see a big ABC like this and we find support at 1077. All right. Because this type of pattern, as we've seen, can cause a lot of downside price action. Over here, major macro ABC, A to B to C. All right. Top of the bull market. What do you see? A to B to C. All right. So we had the major macro and then we had a nice in between. Was it very stable? No, we went over and under, but finally it came back up and you can see we got that rejection. Boom. All right. So right now, what are you seeing? All right, you're seeing a major macro ABC. We put in the higher high, came back down below it, came back up to retest, saw a rejection. Now on the C wave, you're seeing A to B to C. And now we are below that A and retesting it and confirming it as resistance as we speak. But yet, somehow, people are being bullish right now. I don't understand the logic. All right. It's a bit confusing if you're looking at just BTC. I can admit it's a bit confusing. It looks like it could be bullish. You're reading the headlines about BlackRock and Ethereum and China and you know, Russian banks and stuff like that. And you're like, oh, we're bullish. That's not what the chart's saying. The chart is saying that we are retesting previous supports as resistances. All right. It's not pretty. All right. I wish we looked a little bit more bearish on a BTC so people would get the full picture. But I mean, it's very clear if you look at Ethereum. I mean, just we are back below this A. We're obviously below this A. And like I said, it's not about us plummeting and putting in lower lows. That's not what I'm going for here. I would simply like to see a retest of like 1367, a retest of, you know, 1077 and find support. That would be beautiful. And this would be, you know, it's definitely looking more like the Eve to Adam, but I'm really hoping that this is like the V-shape recovery right here. And then boom. Like, you know, once we start approaching the halving a little bit more and we have some nice proper retests in place, I'm all for it. It's just right now, if you're a Super Bowl right now, it just doesn't make sense. Not only from like, you know, the logical supply and demand issue that we're in right now, but just look at the resistances versus supports. Not a good situation right now. Not a good situation. And I mean, you know, the 192-day cycles, whatever they're good for, you know. You know, we're on our way. Technically, might have shifted. The last 192-day bottom was here, and we're moving into the next one. So there's a chance it continues, and we continue this next 192 days to the upside, but I just don't see it, guys. Like the only bullish thing that someone has shown me was probably the USDT chart, but at the same time, that's also insinuating that the entirety of crypto revolves around stablecoins, which it doesn't. There's plenty of people that swap between US dollars and Bitcoin. They don't put everything in in USDT. And it's not like every ABC works itself out. All right. We had the ABC long here. It didn't work out. All right. US 100 had this ABC here. It didn't work out. It continued. All right. ABCs to show you that there's a moment of indecision. There's a moment where things could make a major pivot. But if they fail to do so, there's nothing you can do about it. One good thing about quitting Zen, if anybody is using Zen, I do think it's a healthier alternative to pretty much everything else. And if you use it properly, which that's the hard part, I would say using 3 milligrams and you use it only when you're doing like mind intensive stuff. In no other time. But the negative side effects that I've seen personally, because obviously it's too new to like have like everything listed. I would say hair loss from dry skin. Like that was the major thing. Like my forehead was like flaky. But I did way too much. So if you're doing a normal amount, I don't think it's gonna be that big of a deal. But now that I've quit for like 20 days, 17 days, whatever. Yeah, 17 days. My forehead is smooth as butter. I got that smooth forehead. Let me see if I got a response from No, I haven't. Damn, man. He has a Twitch. Is he live on Twitch? No. Damn. Let me redo the resistances here. Got that one, we got that one, we got that one. All right, that's good. Supports. I'm gonna do it based off of the trend here. I'm gonna change the color of this. What is pink and green mixed? Light green and pink mixed. It's like a dirt brown. It's like clay. Do I even have the ability to do that color? I wanna make a color that represents okay, how would I Let me see if I can find the hashtag F. Hashtag F color pink and green mix. Yeah, so pink and green is brown. So I should be able to go to orange. And then there we go. Add. All right, cool. And then I'll up it. There we go. Just to represent that this is technically where price action is currently fighting. It was our previous support. Now we're retesting it as resistance over here. So we'll see. We'll see who wins. Chat GPT. It probably could tell me, yeah. But I'm smart enough to figure it out. Where's this line at? Oh, it's this one right here. Add that to the supports. There we go. I tell you what, though, me and Johnny talked about this. Now, I mean, it was pretty much me just telling Johnny. I was like, my one mistake that I wish I could do differently with like the past couple months was we took this trade here in conjunction with the macro, hoping that it would turn into a bigger trade, and it did. Obviously, it paid off quite a bit. We did make a very good return on this long here, but I really wish I held and took profit off of this ABC here. So if we do get down to 20K, or perhaps maybe lower, obviously once we see those support levels and we see the ABCs start popping up, I'll take the longs. All right. I'm bearish right now because we're at resistances. We're at macro resistances, and it's not looking good. All right. So that's why I'm not really eager to take longs. I have spot holdings, which if I'm wrong, I still make some money. But once we're back down to 20K, I'll take some macro longs, and I will 100% hold on to them for dear life this time. And I won't give them up. Even if we get some really, really nice initial profit like we did this time, I will continue to hold them. If you ever need to write a banger poem, it works great. You can use it on all your chicks. It's cheating, man. It's cheating. Have you tried the AI Kite? Yeah, like I've messed around with it. I have made a poem, I'll admit. I really like the art AI. ChatGPT is cool. I just don't find myself using it as much. I like Midjourney. I think that's pretty cool. There's a guy named Dank Chungus on YouTube who does like AI music stuff. It's not music, but Dank Chungus. Dank Chungus. He does Planet Mountain Dew. Hold on. Let me turn on the Here we go. We can only do like the last.
Even a mall. As I travel the world, my knowledge grows. When you order food, do flavors and all. When you ask for bitches, you'll receive no's.
We have no bitches.
As my trip ended, an inner thought grew. Planet Mountain Dew can make dreams come true.
Dude, it's getting to be too much. I don't know if I saved the video, but last night I saw a YouTube short that like I thought was real for a second, but then once I heard what it said, I was like, "There's no way." Did I save the video? No, I didn't. Damn. It was basically like two guys, and they're like, "We messaged Elon Musk on Twitter and said that we know about his AI girlfriend." And he responded, "How?" And then it goes to like this big long message thread. And then like Elon Musk's like, how much do I have to pay to make this go away? And then he sends like a voice memo, and it's an AI voice recording of him being like, "You want women? You want men? I can make it happen. You can own them. I have a slave guy." And I was like, what the? Like, what? It was so unexpected because I thought it was like Elon being Elon for a second and just being funny and like rolling with the joke on Twitter. He was like, "I have a slave guy." And I was like, this is not Elon Musk. So just speed ran a defamation lawsuit like that. So I don't know if we should continue playing with it, man. We're going down a rabbit hole. What's this wheel thingy? It is the giveaway wheel of death. If your user ID pops up, then you get $50. We already did it for this week, but we'll be doing it again next Friday. If you want in, all you gotta do is sign up for LBank. Link in the description, the first link, and then every week I add everybody who's new to the wheel. If you just sign up, then you get put on wheel 1. If you deposit any amount of money, $5, $17 million, you get put on wheel 2, and you have an extra chance to win. Yeah, so when you make your account, you get a user ID. Like you have your own like email address that you use and you set up a username, but the unique user ID, kind of like a social security number, is how I can identify your account. Ooh, 648. All right. I'm going to go ahead and do some Wordle and head off for today. What time is it? 3 o'clock? Okay. Yeah, it's definitely time to grab some food. All right, let's do some Wordle. All right, we got... I knew it wasn't sync. I'm just trying to get some letters knocked out and maybe find out where the N... Okay, so we have... I mean, it could be H-A-N... And... that doesn't make sense. Shoot. I have letters here. If I can figure out where one of them goes. All right, I'm gonna give up another word trying to figure out. Man, none of them? I was hoping at least one letter would pop up there. All right. That puts us down to 2 here. Damn. I mean, we have 3. What could it... We don't have that. Ant? Hank? I don't think it is H-A-N. Maybe it's... Well, it can't be like C-H because H doesn't go there. No, it can't be Hannah. We only have 5 letter words. Let me just throw it backwards. Man. We're screwed now. Damn it. All right, so we know that the A and the N go there. So I don't know in what world the H would go in the last 2 slots. So it has to be like H-A-N. But then... I don't know what I'm missing. Now, it can't be handy because we don't have a D or a Y. Like that would be a good one, but it's our last shot to get this. We know that the A and the N go in the second and the third. I don't know what possibly... I don't know what word would have like an H at the end. Ray? No. Hanks? No, we don't have a K or an S. I'm trying to think. I don't know. Ran. We have an H. Oh, okay. Okay. All right, that fits. We have all the letters. And it makes sense. A-N-H. Is there any other words before I select this one? Banch isn't a word. Gaunch. I'm just gonna go with it. Oh my god. Oh, that was so close. Man, Word will be messing with me nowadays. All right. Hell of a stream today. How long did we stream? We streamed almost 2.5 hours. Gave away some money. I was very adamant in defending my position on being bearish on the market. I mean, it's just, come on, guys. I laid it all out there. We're back below the A wave within this trend. We have the macro ABC here. BTC lost its support over here. We're retesting the resistance. We had blah, 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 blah. All right. If you want to be bullish, like I said, I mean, you can take the trade once we come back. It was like 1738 on Ethereum. You know, if we come back down and retest on LTC, it's got a bullish setup here. I mean, there's some setups to be temporarily short-term bullish for some retest, but macro-wise, I just don't see it. I don't. Like Ethereum, if we can get back above 1738 and hold, we have a chance. Come back up and retest, but we're calling it close. If you want to be bullish, we're calling it close. But all right. I'm going to go ahead and head off. I appreciate you guys very much. I will see you likely tomorrow, but if not, just know I'm thinking about you. Like I said, it's been a rough past couple of days. And I'm just trying to like collect my thoughts. But market is moving, and we should be as well. So I appreciate it. I know we can't do the thing today, but we will soon once I take a shower and I don't look musty. So, all right, guys, I appreciate you, and I'll see you in the next one. Have a good day, guys. Bye-bye.